Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to tonight's ceremony for the Teacher of the Year. Please find your seats. We will begin in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, we will begin the ceremony to announce this year's Teacher of the Year in the Canyon School District. Thank you so much for coming to tonight to honor all of our school Teachers of the Year. We're here to celebrate all of that fantastic work that's done in our schools. So again, please find your seats. We will start in 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We will begin the ceremony to announce the 2025 Canyons District Teacher of the Year. Yes, let's give them a round of applause. There will be a lot of cheering tonight. I love to hear that energy in the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming tonight. And right now, I turn the time back over to President Amber Schill of the Canyons Board of Education.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this special event to honor Canyons District Teachers of the Year. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Midvale Middle Principal Courtney Long, and then this will be followed by an update on the Midvale Middle School year by Mr. Long. I will turn the time over to him.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, if everybody would please stand and repeat the pledge after me. I pledge allegiance You may be seated. Thank you. Good evening, everyone, board members, esteemed members of our community, and all of the wonderful teachers of the year representing each of our schools. On behalf of the entire Midvale Middle School community, I want to extend our heartfelt thanks to our school board for their continued support and commitment to meeting the needs of our school. At Midvale, we pursue mastery, seek autonomy, and practice with purpose. Our students benefit every day from the incredible resources and opportunities made possible by your leadership, especially our after-school program, our highly qualified teachers, and the outstanding support staff who make such a difference in our building. We are especially proud of our vibrant and diverse student body. This year, we welcomed 55 students who are new to the country. More than 350 of our students speak English as their second language. That diversity is not only celebrated, it's embraced and seen as one of our greatest strengths. Thank you. Our students are the reason that I come to work every day. The resilience they show each day and the example they are is invaluable and exemplar to me. We love our teachers, staff, and community. Together we work as one to do what's best for our students. And that spirit of collaboration and care is what makes Midvale truly special. We truly have the most caring and dedicated staff, and I feel very fortunate to work with them. Our school slogan is "We are Midvale," but it is more than a slogan. It is a promise that we are a community that respects one another. We work together to prepare for our future and to encourage each other to grow. We are Midvale. So in the spirit of being here, I'd like to invite you in joining me in saying our school slogan, but we're going to change it just a little bit tonight because we have everybody here. So I'm going to say, "We are," and you're going to yell "Canyons." We ready? Everybody got it? So you got to yell it though. I'm calling out the middle school principals to help me out here. We are. Here and being part of our journey, and for helping us ensure that every student feels seen, supported, and successful. And now I'll turn the time back over to our board president, Amber Schill. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Long. Midvale Middle is such an important part of our community. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight to honor our teachers. Tonight, each of our teachers of the year will receive an award from the Board of Education. It is a token of appreciation for your hard work and dedication. Congratulations for being named the Teacher of the Year at your school or program. We value you and we value your hard work. For tonight's recognitions, I turn the time over to our communications staff, Jeff Haney and Kirsten Stewart.
Thank you, President Schill. We're grateful for this opportunity to honor our teachers and recognize the tremendous impact they have on the students in Canyon School District. You know, it's been said that teaching is the profession that teaches all other professions. And every day, the worlds of Canyon's district students are made bigger and bolder and better because of the stellar work of all our Canyon's district teachers. In short, Canyon's teachers rock. We're gonna lift the screen, because I'm gonna have some friends come on the stage in just a second. But let's give a cheer for our rock star teachers. Let's applaud for all of our teachers of the year. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Let's get... You know, you may have seen when we posted their photos on Facebook that we use the hashtag CSD Teachers Rock. And there's some friends of mine backstage who know how to cheer. They're going to lead us in the cheer of Canyon's Teachers Rock. Corner Canyon cheer, come on stage. Corner Canyon cheer. And our friend, Leo from Real Salt Lake. Thank you, ladies. You guys were fantastic. Let's say it one more time. Canyons teachers rock. Ready? Canyons teachers rock. Yes, Canyons teachers do rock. Thank you, Charger, for helping us out and for pumping us up tonight. The team is led by Coach Whitney Lunt. And if you haven't checked out the documentary on that team, I would encourage you to go to varsity.com. It's a great way to spend a Friday or a Saturday night learning about these student athletes on the Corner Canyon Cheer Squad. They are nationally ranked, and if you would like to check that out, we encourage you to do that. You know, we thank them for being here to help us cheer for our teachers. Tonight's Teacher of the Year event was planned to celebrate our guests of honor, our Teachers of the Year. Now, they are all seated on the aisles of the rows, and if you are a Teacher of the Year and you have not found your assigned seat at the end of the row, please trade seats with the person who is there now. You will thank me later. The board and administration welcome you to tonight's celebration of these fantastic teachers. The Board of Education is here tonight. President Amber Schill, Vice Presidents Amanda Oakes and Andrew Edel, board members Holly Nybar, Karen Pedersen, Katie Dolly, and Jackson Lewis. Superintendent Dr. Rick Robbins, Assistant Superintendent Dr. McKay Robinson, and Business Administrator Leon Wilcox also are here with us tonight. We have a lot of principals, directors, and coordinators here to support our teachers. Let's give them a round of applause.
Now, also joining us tonight are members of the board of the Canyons Education Foundation, the co-sponsors and financial supporters of the Teacher of the Year program. They're seated right here with Denise Haycock, our officer of the foundation. Let's give them a round of applause for raising the money that we'll be giving tonight to these deserving teachers. Now, per tradition, we have rolled out the red carpet for our stellar teachers. A photo booth at the entrance to the auditorium gave everyone an opportunity to kind of capture some of those memories and snap some photos. Thank you also to the Canyons Education Association for supporting our Teachers of the Year and for bringing some gifts. We appreciate their enduring support and their advocacy on behalf of our teachers.
So the reason we are here tonight is to honor great teaching. Teaching is both a skill and an art, but it also comes from the heart. Now, just a few days ago, our hearts went out to the Granite Elementary community when we learned that one of their precious EEC students was taken off life support. She fought valiantly after surgery, but unfortunately did not recover. Tonight, as we extend our support to the entire Granite community, Superintendent Dr. Rick Robbins has a few thoughts about these moments that happen far too often during a school year. But you know, whenever there's a tragedy, there is one constant: the teachers. The teachers who are there to offer comfort, to lift the fallen, and to wipe away tears.
Thank you, Jeff. And welcome everybody to our ceremony tonight for Teacher of the Year. And as it's been said already tonight, teachers touch our students' lives forever. And tonight, you'll see 45 examples of wonderful women and men who may be a child's teacher for 1 year, but their influence will definitely last a lifetime. And as mentioned in recent days, we lost a precious student in our district and schools, a bright light for everyone who knew her, little Brielle. She loved going to school, and she loved her teacher, Taylor Schwalbe. Taylor's here with us tonight as Granite Elementary's Teacher of the Year. And at this time, I'd also like to invite one of our Board of Education members, Katie Dolly, up, who also represents the Granite area, to join me and us here tonight as we recognize Taylor for lifting up a family as they face some of the hardest times of their lives. The night that Brielle had surgery and was on life support, Taylor was with Brielle's family at the hospital. Throughout the entire ordeal, Taylor has been their rock, their support, their shoulder to lean on. Thank you, Taylor. For your commitment to your students and their families, would you please come forward and accept these flowers as a token of our appreciation? We also want you to know that we know you have been grieving, and our hearts go out to you. So even as we have this celebration tonight, we know your heart, as well as ours, is hurting for a loss of a student. We all know that you're going through what you're going through because we know how much teachers care about children. Some teachers here may also have gone through a similar heartbreak at the loss of a student at their school. The hearts of teachers, as we know, expand to include every student who they see every day. Teachers show up every day with a smile and a commitment to make a difference in the life of a child. To all of you, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for giving so much of yourselves in this noble endeavor of educating our community's children. With more than 4,000 nominations for this year's Teacher of the Year selection process, it is very clear in this community that we love our teachers. While only one winner will be announced tonight, I can say with certainty, you have all won our hearts. Congratulations for being named your school's Teacher of the Year. You deserve every second of the spotlight. We appreciate you, we recognize you, and we see you in this special role, inspiring the next generation of students as they become scientists, artists, leaders, educators. And I hope you feel honored tonight because we are honored to work with all of you, and we truly are Canyon Strong. Please enjoy the evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Robbins. And our hearts are certainly with the Granite community right now. Teachers, are you in your assigned seats? Okay, carefully listen to these instructions. Are you listening? See, I can see you listening. Good job. Give me a high five. In a moment, elementary teachers will follow our assistant backstage. Please stay in alphabetical order. You'll be asked to come out onto the stage one by one, and you will be recognized. When it's your turn, come onto the stage and find the X. Then you walk toward the other X. That's when you'll receive your award from the Board of Education. Those awards will be handed out tonight by the Directors of School Performance. And then you'll receive your jersey from Real Salt Lake with your 2 free tickets to the June 14th game, which is Canyon's District Night. After receiving your jersey from Real Salt Lake, and our friend Leo, our other friend Scott will be there too, walk down that ramp around the side and then find your seat again. Do not poke, hit, or pretend to hit anyone on your way back to your seat. When you find your seat, sit down. Now, how's that for explicit instruction? So, at this time, we will ask members of our team, would you please wave, you're standing there in the doorway, to take our elementary teachers of the year to go backstage to prepare to walk across the stage to great applause. So Brooke, come on down. Let's grab our elementary teachers of the year. As they are headed backstage, we would like to mention that we're broadcasting tonight's ceremony around the world. It's true, we are broadcasting them on CSD TV. CSD TV is an Emmy-nominated program of Canyon School District. Now, this is not only a broadcast for the Canyons District community. There we go. We've got cheers for the teachers as they're headed out there. And we're hoping that folks who are watching CSD TV at home are giving cheers to our teachers as well. Our CSD TV program will show this around the world tonight, and I know that links were sent to friends and family who could not be here tonight but wanted to cheer for our Teachers of the Year and see them receive their award from the Board of Education.
Ladies and gentlemen, as President Schill said, we're here to celebrate our Teachers of the Year from all of our schools and programs. Each was nominated by colleagues, parents, and school leaders, and especially students. Like Dr. Robbins said, this year, during the month-long nomination window, we received more than 4,000 nominations. That is an amazing show of support for our teachers. Here at Midville Middle alone, we received 701 nominations, the most any other school has claimed in Canyons District history. Yes, I think that deserves a round of applause. Now, from those nominations, schools and special programs chose one teacher to be their nominee in the district's Teacher of the Year selection process. All those nominees were surprised with recognition a few weeks ago. There were cheers, applause, hugs. You probably saw a lot of those photos on social media. And each received a prize package from the Canyons Education Foundation and a banner to hang in the hallway of their school for the year. Now, tonight, we will recognize each school or program Teacher of the Year. Then, after we appropriately honor each school's Teacher of the Year, we'll identify the top Canyons Elementary School Teacher of the Year, the Middle School Teacher of the Year, and the High School Teacher of the Year. They will all receive a $500 cash prize from the foundation. The big checks are right over there. You were all wondering what those were. There are 4 checks in all, 3 for the top teachers of each level, and 1 for the overall Canyons District Teacher of the Year, bringing that individual's total amount to $1,000. This year, the cash prizes have been generously donated through the foundation by the Cypress Credit Union, one of the district's generous supporters. We want to thank them. The educator announced tonight as the Canyons Teacher of the Year will represent the district at the Utah Teacher of the Year contest and compete for cash prizes and hopefully national recognition. But that is not all. Tonight, we will be announcing Canyons District's Preschool Teacher of the Year and the Instructional Coach of the Year. Yes, let's hear it for them. This is the second year that we've presented these awards for the contributions of our preschool teachers and instructional coaches, all of that they do to contribute to the academic success of our students and our schools. Now, after all, Canyons District is home to a disproportionate share of Utah's top-ranked schools, according to the U.S. News and World Report rankings.
But we couldn't do this without our sponsors. So thank you to all of the businesses who have stepped up to support our Teacher of the Year program. As we've said, the Canyons Education Foundation is the proud co-sponsor of our Teacher of the Year selection process. And these are the businesses who have contributed to the prizes and gifts that we have given to our Teachers of the Year announced at their schools and those who will be announced tonight. Like we've said, Cypress Credit Union is donating the cash prizes. Let's give them a round of applause. Our other donors are Real Salt Lake, Shields Holiday Oil, Wasatch Savings, Lakeshore Learning, Jordan Credit Union, Horace Mann, Bring Bag, Hughes General Contractors, New Spine, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, Chick-fil-A, Julianne Carmel's, Mod Pizza Del Taco, Region 17 PTA, and Mrs. Betty Shaw, who always makes homemade fudge for our winners. Let's give them all a round of applause for supporting our teachers.
All right, we also want to give a special shout out to Real Salt Lake and Leo for being here. We are truly fortunate to be a school district with a professional sports team in our own backyard, so thank you, Real. They are giving away 2 free tickets to the June 14th game at America First Field to every Teacher of the Year. They're also designating June 14th as Canyons District's Night at America First Field. We hope to see all of you out there. This will give the entire community an opportunity to get special rates to that game. So Join us for sure. Our Teachers of the Year will be welcomed onto the field that evening at halftime to be cheered by the crowd. And when they're down on the field, they're going to be wearing Real Salt Lake jerseys donated by the team tonight for every Teacher of the Year. I want to quickly mention that the team has also organized to set aside June 21st for Canyons District Night with the Royals, our hometown women's professional team, yeah, which includes Canyons graduates on its roster, I have to say. So on that day, on the field at halftime, we'll honor all the region and state winners of the girls' teams for the school year.
So let's begin our recognitions now. The elementary teachers of the year are backstage. When their name is called, they will come onto the stage. We'll brag about them for a few moments, and we want you to cheer as loud as you can for all of our teachers. Our directors of school performance, would you please come forward right now? They will present the awards to all of our teachers of the year. As we've said, our teachers of the year will come out onto the stage. We will say wonderful things about them, then they'll walk across the stage and get their awards from they're being presented by our school performance directors, Alice Meredith, Sally Sansom, Mindy Robinson, and Dr. Tom Sherwood. So thank you so much, Alice and Sally, for coming onto the stage to present the awards to our elementary teachers of the year. Now, after leaving the stage, the teachers are asked to make their way back to their assigned seats, and then later in the evening, we'll be announcing our finalists, and we want them to easily get to the stage. Now, those in the audience, please don't be shy. Let's cheer for all of our teachers of the year. Before we get going, let's give them another round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, turn your attention to the screen for the amazing Teachers of the Year in the Canyon School District.
Altaview Elementary School, Christina Hanks. I love you. That's how Altaview's Christina Hanks ends each day. She calls each student by name to make sure they know their place in her heart. Her colleagues see the hard work she puts in to provide her kindergartners a positive and safe learning environment. Hanks also spearheaded the school's buddy program, which fosters friendship, teamwork, and mentorship across the grade levels. One parent says her daughter has developed a deep and meaningful friendship with the student assigned to be her buddy. Thanks to the programs, students have not only improved their reading skills, but earned lessons about relationship building that will stay with them for years to come.
Altera Elementary School, Michelle Platt. When asked to describe Altera kindergarten teacher Michelle Platt, fellow teachers and parents often use these two words, patient and kind. At the outset of the school day, Platt makes sure the little kitty hawks who enter her classroom leave their jitters at the door. Most of the time, students leave the classroom excited to tell their families about what they learned while at school. Platt's work speaks for itself. Not only are 82% of her students on track to meet end-of-year benchmark goals, but she's also one of the most requested teachers at Altera. One parent says this about Platt's dedication: she really sees the best in every kid and truly cares about each person in her class.
Bella Vista Elementary, Kimberly Aposian. Ask any current or former Bella Vista Tiger who has been in Kimberly's class, and they'll tell you she has made an amazing impact on their lives. Kimberly believes every fifth grade student in her class can succeed. She and her fellow fifth grade teachers have the highest percentage of student proficiency in the school, and 80% of their students are making adequate yearly growth across a variety of subjects, also the highest in the school. Kimberly's colleagues say she has the perfect balance of building trust and strong relationships with her students.
Brookwood Elementary School, Julie Brantley. A Brookwood Bear through and through, Julie Branley has become a pillar of the elementary school's community. Parents say she approaches her position as a resource teacher with kindness and grace, especially as she develops IEPs for students who need just a little help to do big things. In a nomination for the Teacher of the Year award, one parent wrote that Branley helped her daughter transform into an active, engaged learner. I consider Julie to be a partner of mine in raising my girls, wrote the parent. Frankly, I feel incredibly blessed that both of my children have the gift of
Butler Elementary, Aubrey Doyle. It's not uncommon to see former Butler Elementary students return for a few minutes to visit Aubrey Doyle. She's a favorite of both former and current Bobcats who say she knows how to make every subject fun to learn. She helped me so much during my time at Butler, said one student. I am now in middle school, but I visit her frequently. I remember her always helping me when I didn't understand the curriculum. Numbers speak to her efforts, with 60% of the students in her classroom making above typical progress in reading. Parents who speak English as a second language, she takes the time to speak their primary language and never overlooks even the smallest potential obstacle to solve any situation.
Canyon View Elementary School, Emily Weigel. Canyon View fourth grade teacher Emily Weigel is more than a teacher. She's a true advocate for her students. Parents praise her dedication to students and ability to tailor lessons to each student's individual needs. She inspires colleagues, leading by example in everything she does. Her zeal for instructional excellence goes beyond her classroom. She is a driving force behind STEM events and the Girls on the Run program, and also serves on the school community council. I wish I had more words to describe how transformational Emily has been for my student and so many others in this school, one parent wrote in a nomination for the Teacher of the Year award. She has profoundly impacted our family and the emotional well-being of my student.
Copperview Elementary, Angie Vidar. Cougars protect their young while nurturing them to survive on their own. And to say Angie is dedicated to the success of her first grade students would be an understatement. Angie takes the time to make sure all students in her class understand the lessons and cheers their successes when it clicks. Parents applaud her dedication to her students and her passion for teaching, as evidenced by the early morning reading program that she started. My son went from beyond below benchmark to above in just a couple of months, said one parent. She is no doubt an excellent teacher and human being.
Crescent Elementary School, Carissa Osler. The Greek origin of the name Carissa means grace, and that's exactly how Crescent Elementary second grade accommodated core curriculum teacher Carissa Osler leads her classes with grace and understanding. Parents of the children in Osler's classes appreciate the way she takes the time to learn about each student. She's patient, she's attentive. She shows she truly cares, even when students are having a tough day with difficult emotions. She's a very kind person with a lot of love for children, said one parent. She is the best and helps my son, who is autistic, and he adores her.
Draper Elementary, Weissam Wenning. Weissam has an enviable job of teaching first graders in a global language that they've never been fully exposed to, and she does it with patience, energy, and high expectations. She pushes her Mandarin, Chinese, English, DLI students to do their best, but also creates a classroom culture where it's okay to make mistakes. From growing plants and watching caterpillars transform into butterflies, the Draper classroom of Ning Lao She, as she's called by her dragons, is alive with learning.
Parents and fellow teachers say she's a master of integration and scaffolding, as she guides students to learn both a new, difficult language and first grade content.
East Midvale Elementary School, Luke Wilfred. Even before the first day of the school year, Luke's students know he's in their corner. He sends handwritten notes to his students' homes, welcoming them to the school year and telling them how excited he is to have them in his class. To attend his students' games or competitions on the weekends, and is a fixture at the school parent engagement activities. He works with his students on an individual level, establishing relationships and gaining their respect. Mr. Wilhite has been an amazing teacher for my daughter. My daughter has never come home and went straight to reading or asked if we could do math problems, wrote one parent in a nomination for the Teacher of the Year honor. This year, that is all she does. I don't know what you're doing, Mr. Wilhite, but keep up the good work.
East Sandy Elementary, Emily Laney. It takes a special teacher to make a connection not only with the students in their classroom, but with the entire school community. Emily is exactly that kind of teacher at East Sandy. She takes the time to make every student feel seen, even if it is just a quick greeting in the hallway. She's so understanding and so emotionally involved with every student, wrote one parent about her instructional style. Laney also works to break down barriers between her special education students and their counterparts in other classrooms. With her guidance and support, her students are making demonstrable progress, both academically and behaviorally. While her students may still have bad days every once in a while, with Laney as their teacher, they are growing, learning, and achieving one step at a time.
Glacier Hills Elementary School, Christy Coyle. Fridays are fun days for Christy's class at Glacier Hills Elementary. That's the day she eats lunch with her kindergarten kiddos in the cafeteria. Then after school, she's a constant presence in the car pickup line until students have safely left the campus. Even older students have made a routine of finding her to give fist bumps to say goodbye for the day. These are just a few ways that she's made an impact on the Yetis. One parent wrote this about Coyle's classroom. Mrs. Coyle is one of the best teachers I have ever met. She brought out all of the best parts of my son. She's helped him so much. The school's instructional coach says she leads her kindergarten team with kindness and passion, creating a nurturing environment that fosters collaboration and growth.
Granite Elementary, Taylor Schwabe. To say Taylor cares for students at Granite Elementary would be an understatement. She is well known in the community for supporting students both inside and outside the classroom. When one of her students was hospitalized, she took time on the weekend to visit him. The boy student said Taylor's visit literally had a physical, positive impact. The doctor saw a near immediate improvement in his medical condition and his morale after the teachers stopped by with get well cards and well wishes from classmates. That visit was a bright spot during a worry-filled week, the parent wrote in a nomination for Taylor for Teacher of the Year. In a separate nomination, another parent wrote that Taylor is absolutely a one-of-a-kind teacher.
Lone Peak Elementary School, Yan Lee. The lessons taught in her 4th grade Mandarin Chinese DLI class at Lone Peak Elementary go far beyond language instruction. The learning activities serve as gateways to helping students become global citizens with a deep appreciation for Chinese culture. Lone Peak Eagles in her class exchange pen pal letters with their Chinese counterparts, participate in cultural celebrations, and dine on traditional cuisine. Her unwavering dedication, kindness, and enthusiasm make each child feel valued and special. Parents say she's an exceptional educator who leaves a lasting impression on her students.
shaping them in ways that extend beyond academics. Her joy in teaching and delighting in our children's learning radiates each time we see her, wrote one parent in a nomination for the Teacher of the Year honor. She's the sort of teacher who leaves a lasting impact on the future of our children.
Ask any parent of a Midville Elementary student who has been in Lucia's class, and they will say her commitment to her students is sin igual. She's certainly without equal in her affection for the community and for her dedication to making sure her students are learning and growing. Maestra de la Cruz Rodriguez, who moved to Utah from Mexico to teach in the Spanish DLI program, is known for her positive influence, sense of humor, and classroom management skills. She's also not content to simply encourage her students to do hard things. She does them herself. Determined to improve her own English language skills, she hired a tutor to help her with language acquisition so she can communicate better with families and fellow faculty members. Lucia has a real gift for connecting with her students. She knows how to use positive reinforcement in a way that actually makes a difference. I've never seen anyone do it quite like she does, said one of her nominations for Teacher of the Year. She doesn't just teach. She genuinely cares, and it shows in everything she does. Lucia's impact on our school community is huge, and it's one that will be felt for years to come.
Midvale Martinez. Maria Bigona Ian Martinez has been called the heart of the Spanish-English DLI program at Midvale Elementary School. She has been instrumental in the program's success as she continually advocates for students' needs and has worked tirelessly to create a classroom and culture where all junior Huskies feel welcome and can take ownership of their learning, especially in a global language. Her frequent communication is helpful and informative and has helped students be successful in so many ways. She is said to never slow down. She's always refining her lesson plans. One parent sums up her drive like this: "She may very well be the best teacher I have ever witnessed or had the fortune with whom to interact."
Oakdale Elementary School, Carrie Ward. A family new to the school community said they were welcomed without hesitation by Oakdale's Carrie Ward. "We are new to the school this year, and our son was nervous about this change," wrote one parent in a nomination for Ward. At back-to-school night, Mrs. Ward was compassionate and took time to get to know our son so that he wasn't nervous to attend on the first day. Now, this is typical for Ward, who is known for building relationships not just with the students in her classroom, but all road runners. Says one Oakdale teacher, "I have had the opportunity to work closely with her this year, and I have seen how dedicated she is as a teacher. Even from the hospital bed after having surgery, she's still wanting to know how things were going in her class and what she could do."
Oak Hollow Elementary School, Tara Powell. A warm and creative environment where students feel welcome is how Tara Powell's Oak Hollow Elementary classroom is described by parents and colleagues. From her classroom management strategies to her commitment to ensuring students have the resources they need, her passion for teaching can be seen in every aspect of her teaching style. She takes the time to help her students work through challenging tasks. Parents say they are grateful for how she prepares for her daily instruction and inspires her students to develop a love of learning. One parent said this about Powell: "The positive impact she has made on my child's confidence and enthusiasm for school is remarkable." Ms. Powell is not just a teacher. She is a true educator who embodies the qualities we all hope to find in our children's teachers.
In elementary, Emily, 5. How did we get so lucky to have her at Park Lane? High praise indeed for any educator, and that is exactly what one parent said about Emily, 5. People like her are drawn to teaching because it is their calling, not for attention, wrote the parent in a nomination. She deserves this recognition, even if it isn't her heart's desire, because she truly is a gift to us and the school. Her worth is beyond words. Colleagues agree. In the short amount of time that I have worked with Emily, said a colleague, I feel like I can confidently say that she is a master at what she does. Her students love her so much, as I am told almost daily by how amazing she is in the eyes of her students. I have learned valuable things for her in the last few months that I hope to emulate in my own teaching career.
Peruvian Park Elementary School, Ashley Warner. Ashley Warner is a can-do kind of teacher. Her approach to problem solving is based on assets as opposed to deficits and supports all students. Colleagues always look forward to collaborating, sharing, and problem solving with Ashley. The entire Peruvian Park community sees her as a calming influence during difficult times, yet she finds ways to make learning fun in her classroom. She also has a fierce dedication to her students, doing whatever it takes to make sure they are achieving. She often stays after class to help her students when they need it. She offers words of encouragement and checks in with students to make sure they are not just learning, but feeling good about themselves. Throughout the year, 88% of her students have shown above typical growth in math, and another 6% have shown above typical growth in reading, which is a testament to her dedication to her students.
Well Hollow Elementary, Megan Hilton. It's easy to see why students and their families love Megan Hilton. From offering after-school tutoring to struggling students to asking if parents have ideas she could try in her lesson plans, she is a full-on partner with parents in the education of children. Ms. Hilton has become one of the most important people in my son's life, wrote one parent in a nomination for Hilton. Said another parent, during the first month of school, my father-in-law passed away, and my child was very sad. Within an hour of informing Ms. Hilton, we had crumble cookies delivered to our door with a kind note. Indeed, her classroom is a place where students feel seen and valued and learn how to see and value others.
Ridgecrest Elementary School, Courtney Terry. It's clear to the Ridgecrest community Courtney Terry cares. Terry is skilled at communicating with parents, providing weekly updates that even include a list of the items on the lunch menu in the coming days. She makes sure every student hears the words, "I love you," and has them recite daily positive affirmations. When one of her students was diagnosed with high-functioning autism, parents say she was eager to work out ways to help him succeed. As another student put it, she helped me every day and in every way. In another nomination for Ridgecrest's Teacher of the Year honor, one parent wrote this, "Miss Terry is phenomenal. She recognized my child's speech delay immediately and was quick to get us connected with the right people. She meets each child where they are at in learning, interests, and personality. She loves her students and creates magic in the class. We need more Miss Terrys in the world."
Sandy Elementary, Sarah Murphy. Even when her students are having a hard time with difficult emotions, to let them know they are safe and supported. She loves teaching and is gifted at this craft, wrote one colleague in a nomination for Murphy. She jumps in to help support her teammates and other colleagues in the building. Parents of Sandy Sharks say she has an uncanny ability to relate to her students, even those who are having a tough time following the school rules. She treats every one of her students with so much patience and love, wrote a fellow teacher. It astounds me. All of her students feel like they belong and they feel free and safe to express themselves in her classroom. As Sandy has adopted AVID, Murphy has been an advocate for the program and taken the instructional strategies to heart. In short, says another friend and colleague, she is a gem, and I hope she decides to stay at Sandy Elementary until she retires.
Silver Mesa Elementary School, Christina Fountain. For nearly 2 decades, Christina Fountain has been dedicated to molding young minds. She's a pillar of the Silver Mesa community, treats students as if they were beloved members of her own family, and makes life easier for fellow teachers in her building. Her colleagues say she's a team player through and through, serves on various committees, and is always in search of ways to help Silver Eagles soar. I've had many conversations with her over the years where it's clear that her students are always at the front of her mind, wrote one colleague in a nomination for Fountain for the Silver Mesa Teacher of the Year award. She fights for everyone to have their needs met in a way that is best for them. Whether it be academic, social, or emotional, she is truly empathetic and in tune at all times.
Sprucewood Elementary, Amy Lowe. Amy Lowe is such a good teacher that at least one parent suspects that she has magical teaching powers. She has made kindergarten so magical for my son this year, wrote the parent in a nomination for Sprucewood's Teacher of the Year. The sentiment is echoed throughout the community. She's been likened to the fictional Mary Poppins, loving and slightly stern, but full of important lessons. Mrs. Lowe is a pro at holding firm expectations while ensuring her students know they are loved and welcome at school, wrote a parent in a nomination. Every morning, each one is greeted with a fist bump, their name, and a happy smile. Mrs. Lowe knows that each of her students is highly capable, and she pushes them to meet that potential. Mrs. Lowe combines data-driven instruction with a nurturing environment, making her a staple in the school's community. Another parent volunteer sums up her contributions at Sprucewood this way. She's one of those teachers that a child will remember for the rest of his or her life. And for this, she deserves an unlimited supply of her favorite Coke Zero.
Sunrise Elementary School, Angela Morrison. Angela Morrison's students arrive at home, eyes bright with excitement, ready to tell their parents and siblings about the science lessons they've learned at school. Says one parent, she pushes them to explore topics about space through presentations, reading and talking to scientists, research, and space experts. Children go home and talk about what they've learned in her science classes with passion and spark. She's an integral part of the Salter program at Sunrise, and she challenges all of her students to do hard things. While teaching outstanding lessons, she is simultaneously able to help students interact socially and form amazing friendships. She communicates clearly and often with parents, letting them know what kinds of lessons will be taught in the coming weeks. Said one parent, "This is a very valuable time to me, and it's valuable to me as a parent so that I'm able to have more effective discussions with my kids about what they are learning and support them from home."
Willow Canyon Elementary, LaRonda Blanchett. If one of her students has a championship ball game or a dance recital over the weekend, LaRonda may be one of the cheering people in the crowd. Moments in her students' lives shows how much she is invested in them, wrote one parent who nominated her for Willow Canyon's Teacher of the Year. She is patient and kind and really goes above and beyond to ensure that the kids in her class are happy and feel cared for. Another parent said Blanchett has been heaven sent for the children in her class. She cares and supports each student like they are her own, said the parent. She motivates and incentivizes each child to always do their best and meets them where they are. The Willow Canyon community, including her fellow teachers, recognize and respect her efforts to help both the high achievers and those who are learning to speak English as a second language. She's that special teacher who goes the extra mile to help her students, said a colleague. I've seen her come in early to tutor those who may need additional support, and she continually finds innovative ways to engage her higher achieving students.
Willow Springs Elementary School, Carrie Aubuchon. A common accolade for Willow Springs' Carrie Aubuchon is that she helps her students learn to love learning. Mrs. Aubuchon is a wonderful teacher, wrote one parent in nomination for her for the school's Teacher of the Year honor. You can tell she loves to teach the students. She takes the time to connect with students every day, and some of her former students return to visit her classroom even after they have moved on from first grade. With love and respect, parents see that every child is important in her eyes. One parent says this: "My son has gone from disliking school more than anything, crying every morning because he didn't want to go to school, to wanting winter break to end early because he missed school." This complete turnaround is because Mrs. O has instilled a new love for learning in her son.
Jordan Valley School, Laura Hogard. Students at Jordan Valley School light up when they see Laura. An innovative teacher, she finds ways to help her students engage and work through their emotions in a safe environment. Laura is adept at helping students in her classes find their voice and share what they love. Colleagues say she helps them feel welcome and are inspired by the special way she teaches. Parents echo the sentiment, saying they appreciate her patience as she works with students living with disabilities. One parent in a nomination for Laura Hogard said this: "I really appreciate her and see something special in her with the way she teaches."
And we're back. All right, let's give our elementary teachers of the years another round of applause. Okay, we now ask our teachers of the year from our secondary schools to go backstage. Please follow our assistants. Raise your hands there, great, thank you. Yes, if you could make your way backstage. And while they do so, we are announcing 2 additional awards. We've started a tradition of choosing a preschool teacher of the year and an instructional coach of the year. Obviously, both of these roles play a major role in the academic success of our students. First off, we'll do the preschool teacher of the year. A child's first experience in the classroom often sets the stage for how they'll view school for the rest of their lives. For the Preschool Teacher of the Year award, we made a call for nominations, and families across the district responded, heaping praise on our preschool teachers. One teacher in particular has made a powerful impact on her school community, and we recently celebrated her win in front of all the preschool teachers in Canyons District. Please turn your attention to the screen for more on our Preschool Teacher of the Year, Quail Hollow's Amanda Kissel.
A photograph on Amanda Kissel's invitation badge always stays close to her heart, both literally and metaphorically. The picture attached to the lanyard around her neck is of a former student who has since passed away. The photo not only makes her smile as she recollects the child's time in her classroom, but it also reminds her daily why the work of an early childhood educator is so important. The tiny and inquisitive children in her preschool classroom at Quail Hollow Elementary want to show love and be loved in return. And their little minds love learning when it seems like a game. At first glance, it might look like the preschoolers are simply playing as they shape colorful dough, but as the children sit on the floor and interact with their beloved teacher and fellow students, it's clear that Miss Manda, as Kissel is called, is teaching foundational skills that will prepare the students for kindergarten and beyond. One parent tells us this about Miss Manda: The parent's son was only saying a few words when he entered her class at 3 years old. By the time he left her class in 2024 and entered kindergarten, he was caught up to his peers in his speech, reading on his own, and loving numbers. He had met or exceeded all his goals and was able to be excited from the special education he received in her class. Because of early intervention and Miss Manda's amazing teaching, he entered kindergarten with confidence in the academic skills to be successful. Families not only gush about Kissel's positive impact on Quail Hollow students, but are in awe at her ability to make every parent feel supported and seen. Said another parent, being a parent is so hard to begin with. When you add to that the difficulty of having a child who might be struggling in their growth, then parenthood becomes a big challenge. What helped the parent to keep moving forward is the constant support that Miss Amanda Kissel showed the child and this parent's family. It's for these reasons, and many more, that the Canyons Board of Education and Administration are pleased to present the 2025 Preschool Teacher of the Year to Quail Hollow's Amanda Kissel.
Welcome to the stage, Amanda Kissel.
Thank you, Miss Manda, and congratulations on being named the Preschool Teacher of the Year. Next up, we're honoring our Instructional Coach of the Year. Please give a round of applause to Susie Young. The Eastmont Middle Patriots are so proud of her. Please turn your attention to the screen to see more on our Instructional Coach of the Year.
Susie is our exceptional instructional coach. She works mostly with teachers in the classroom, helping them with instructional strategies. She helps them with behavioral problems that she has. She can give them ideas, ways to make things better in their class. And one of the things that Susie does best is builds relationships with teachers, so there's a level of trust where they feel that they can be vulnerable in front of her and do whatever is necessary to do what's best for kids.
I've worked with Susie for 8 years, and her knowledge, her dedication, and her personality make her an incredible instructional coach, both for her teachers, but also for the administrators that she's worked with, and me as well.
One of the things that stands out about Susie and why she makes a great Instructional Coach of the Year is her relentlessness. She refuses to give up on anything. In fact, some of her nominations, some of the teachers even said that she has never given up on them, and thank goodness she didn't, because they've made these teachers that much better. So she continues to be so good that you can't deny her.
Congratulations, Susie. You are fantastic. I loved working with you for 8 years. You've worked incredibly hard as an instructional coach, and it shows in all of the support that your teachers and your administrators see. Thank you.
Susie, we are so proud to give you this honor. You have made me a better person, as well as our entire coaching community. Congratulations. We love you.
Congratulations to Susie Young, our Instructional Coach of the Year. Sally and Alice have been here for like an hour. You're welcome to take your seats. Mindy, Dr. Sherwood, now you have your turn to give your awards to our secondary Teachers of the Year. Let's give a round of applause to all of those. Now that we have Mindy and Tom ready to give our awards for our secondary school Teachers of the Year, please turn your attention to the screen for our Teachers of the Year from our secondary schools.
Albion Middle School, Lauren Nielsen. Lauren Nielsen is a champion for all students at the home of the Knights. Nielsen, a 7th grade Utah Studies teacher, tailors her instruction to fit each student's aspirations, interests, and needs. She shields her classroom with kindness, ensuring all who enter acquire the courage to try hard things. Mrs. Nielsen is an amazing teacher, wrote one of her students in a nomination. She makes the classroom feel safe, and I love the way she teaches. She always listens to what students have to say, and she makes me love what she teaches. Indeed, she's a knight in every sense, leading the charge for the school's musical, the cross-country team, Girls on the Run, and the prestigious Noble Knight Awards. By arming students with confidence and defending those who need support, she's a true force for positivity in the Albion community.
Butler Middle School, Hannah Long. Hannah Long makes science fun and fun to learn. Many students in her 6th grade class at Butler Middle School say she's the very best teacher, and every time that they are in her class, it makes their day much brighter and happier. She's patient and flexible with the Butler Bruins when they struggle to grasp a concept. Others say she makes them feel like she genuinely cares about them. Mrs. Long is a really nice teacher and is super funny, says one student. She makes the kids feel like they belong and she genuinely cares for them. She makes sure that the kids know what they need to know and makes it easy to learn with good examples.
Draper Park Middle School, Madison Roberts. Madison Roberts knew she was meant to be in the classroom. Her passion for teaching is evident by the increase in the number of students who sign up for digital literacy classes since she began teaching at Draper Park Middle. Her energy and positivity is contagious, and her fellow educators recognize her hard work and dedication to her students. The Vikings know she cares about their well-being as they learn how to stay safe while navigating our digital world. Her students say she finds ways to intrigue them every day, inspiring them to reach for more. I found out that I want to be so many things when I get older, said one student. I can't wait to pursue my dreams. She showed me they were possible.
Eastmont Middle School, Kayla Alexander. Unsung hero. That is how Eastmont Middle's principal describes Kayla Alexander, an accommodated core classroom teacher for the Patriots. She dedicates herself to the academic and behavioral success of her students. She leads the Patriots when it comes to data-driven instruction and full-heartedly incorporates avid learning strategies. Her colleagues recognize her meticulous approach to her documenting the progress of her students. She provides an inclusive, structured, and nurturing classroom. Alexander, as one colleague wrote about her in a Teacher of the Year nomination, embodies the qualities of an exceptional educator, dedication, innovation, and a profound belief in the potential of every student.
Indian Hills Middle School. Indian Hills Middle School, Tessa Homer. Kind, compassionate, and positive, the words students use to describe Indian Hills resident dancer, Tessa Homer. Homer is the healthy lifestyles teacher for the Warriors, but her students know her for her dance instruction. Ms. Homer helps all of her students feel like a great dancer, says one student. Said another student, she has just such fun energy and makes it so fun to dance and all that stuff. Homer is a positive influence in her classes and helps students who may be stressed or having a hard day to leave class with a smile on their face. She also makes sure students are kind to one another and themselves.
Midvale Middle School, Emma Flom. When middle schoolers say you're chill, you know you've received high praise indeed. That's how many Midvale Middle students describe Emma. Students recognize her ability to keep them engaged in math while making her class a fun place to be. That isn't to say that her class is an easy A, however. She expects her students to participate and try their best. Students say they feel comfortable in her class and appreciate her soft tone even during difficult lessons. She never gets mad at our class, and she gives us rewards for just being good, says one student. The assignments that she gives us are super fun, and they help me understand the concepts better. She makes me feel welcome and safe in her classroom. I also feel like she supports all of her students. I think she's the best teacher ever. She also takes the time to speak Spanish with those who are learning English as a second language.
Mount Jordan Middle School, Haley Mwetu. I knew from the moment that I walked into her classroom, this year would be an amazing year in her class. That is how one student felt on the first day of school at Mount Jordan Middle when they sat down in Haley's U.S. history class. And it's a common sentiment among Mountaineers. Students and colleagues alike say she is a gifted educator who puts her students first. She motivates her students through unique lessons that bring history to life. She helps them embrace their roles as informed citizens. A leader among teachers, she serves on various committees to support the growth and success of her colleagues and school community. She certainly lives up to one student's opinion that she is the sweetest teacher on the face of the earth.
Union Middle School, Alicia Dimipilis. Students in Alicia's Healthy Lifestyles class say she puts them at ease in a class that could be awkward for adolescents and teenagers. She makes class so fun, said one Union Middle student. I looked forward to her class every day. She's not content with simply a good lesson plan. She's always finding ways to improve and providing different ways for students to engage and learn with each other. Students say she makes it a point to let them know they can talk with her at any time. For this, the Bobcats in her classes feel seen and heard. Ms. D is the best teacher. She makes class so fun, said one student. I looked forward to her class every day, and I was so sad when I finished with her class. I had her health class, and usually that can be kind of an awkward class, but she made it such a fun and comfortable environment. At the end of the year, many students wish they could go back and be here in her class all over again.
Alta High School, Rebecca Benyon. It's hard to keep up with Rebecca. Not only does she teach Alta's exercise science, medical terminology, medical anatomy, and health science classes, but she's coached track and cross country for the past 3 years. Her instructional skills in the classroom and coaching savvy on the track are just 2 reasons she's a favorite among the Hawks. Alta students in her classes say she's able to explain complex medical and health curriculum in simple, easy-to-learn terms. Athletes on her cross-country and track teams say that she encourages them to rise to their greatest potential, no matter their level of experience as runners. A student who nominated her that they know Coach Benyon is someone they can turn to for support or advice. In another nomination, an Alta student wrote that Benyon's constant praise and kindness helped me thrive as a student here at Alta.
Brighton High School, Karen Larson. When students in Karen Larson's English class may be struggling with their grades, she makes sure to work with them to help them put forward the best college transcript they can. The Brighton teacher was once honored by Salt Lake Community College as the Outstanding Concurrent Enrollment Instructor of the Year. In her time with the Bengals, she began the school's concurrent English program and was one of the first to teach AP language. One parent who nominated Larson for the Brighton Teacher of the Year award said she is a great communicator and is very understanding. My child always feels like he knows just what to do to be successful in her class. C-Tech, Edward Barney Jr. Current and former students of Edward Barney say he inspired them to graduate and seek a career in the medical field. He's a constant learner, and he works tirelessly to develop his skills as an educator. Barney also teaches with a gentle hand, all while keeping his students laughing as he celebrates his favorite holiday, Halloween, and dressing up like Santa Claus for Christmas. Thanks to him, CTEC has seen higher pass rates each year on the National Medical Assisting Certification exam. Here's what one family had to say about Barney in a nomination for the CTEC Teacher of the Year honor. Mr. Barney has made a lasting impact on my grandson's life. He has inspired him to reach every single goal. He inspires students to want to learn, and his techniques and life experience help students visualize their future in specific areas of healthcare. We've been very impressed with how much our grandson speaks about Mr. Barney's teaching methods.
Warner Canyon High, Ann Torgerson. It's a special moment when a teacher can see a student gain a love for literature. It's a moment Ann experiences frequently. For proof, look no further than what one student wrote about her class. This teacher has been so helpful all year. She makes me feel so included in the classroom, and she's supportive of everyone. She helps everyone all the time, and she's just overall so amazing. Said another charger, I couldn't think of a teacher more deserving of this award. Her feedback is extremely constructive and encouraging. She provides a clear understanding of what she teaches, which helps many of the students learn.
Diamond Ridge High School, Alistair Wright. Whether it is on the slopes or in the classroom, Alistair helps students at Diamond Ridge find a path to succeed. He gives students unique opportunities to recover class credit through real-world field experience. Because of his interest in seeing his students grow, this year more than 30% of Diamond Ridge students have been able to earn credit recovery through his programs. He also is looking to begin an annual 4-week ski program for students to learn the basics on the slopes and to gain confidence in their everyday lives. Hillcrest High School, Matthew Leininger. Albert Einstein, Marie Curie, and Matt Leininger. He's among the scientists who have made a mark in the world, according to many Hillcrest Huskies. And those students at Hillcrest hold Leininger in incredibly high esteem. Matt, or Mr. L as he's called, is thought of by the Huskies as incredibly smart, yet amazingly unassuming. Either in advanced or general classes, they love his instruction in physics. The Hillcrest students say he helps them excel in the classroom by applying real-world applications. Leininger is keen to help his students and is known to tell students this: I don't leave until you do, or they kick me out. His dedication goes beyond the classroom. He even volunteered to shave his head for the school's winter fundraiser. Pursue a career in the field of physics because of Mr. L.
Jordan High School, Jared Putnam. The Beat Diggers can't stop singing Jaren's praises. Jaren is an amazing teacher, says one Jordan High student. He's lifted me so high in choir and in my school. He cares for his students and is extremely understanding. He helped me find my voice again. Throughout the nomination window for the 2025 Teacher of the Year, multiple nominees came in for the Jordan High Choir Director. He's an amazing teacher who always makes sure that everyone is learning and everyone is included, wrote one student. He's the most devoted and inspiring teacher I've ever had. Entrada High School, Lanny Sorensen. Mr. Sorensen has been dubbed as an expert in his field as he engages Entrada High students. Compassionate in everything he does, he is encouraging and kind as he mentors his students in a culture of respect and collaboration. Through engaging and accessible classroom lessons, he helps them build confidence in themselves. One student said this about Mr. Sorensen: there's something about the way he teaches that gets everyone talking and being creative. Another student wrote this in a nomination: he is truly invested in being a teacher who gets his students to understand what he is teaching.
So let's give another round of applause for our Teachers of the Year. A big thanks to our friends from Real Salt Lake and Leo the Lion right there. Let's give him a round of applause. Canyons District Night on June 14th. Thanks, guys. Now, as you can see from the caliber of these professionals, choosing a district-wide Teacher of the Year was no easy task. But following the nomination process, we had a team from our academic team review student achievement data. They did site visits, they had classroom observations, and they were able to narrow the field to a handful of finalists. Everything goes quiet. So we're going to bring out 3 chairs right now as we introduce our 3 finalists for Teacher of the Year. And as we mentioned earlier, we will name 1 Teacher of the Year from the elementary level, 1 Teacher of the Year from the middle school level, and 1 Teacher of the Year from the high school level. From those 3, we will name an overall Canyons District Teacher of the Year.
Okay. Now, from all of these amazing Teachers of the Year from our schools and programs, the observation team winnowed the list to 3 finalists: an elementary Teacher of the Year, middle school, and high school Teachers of the Year. But before we unveil the names of the 3 finalists, can we ask the chosen representatives of the Canyons Education Foundation Board to come to the stage? Please welcome Foundation Development Officer Denise Haycock, Foundation Board President Fred Lowry, and Amanda Morton from Cypress Credit Union. Denise and the Foundation Board leaders will be presenting the giant checks to our 3 main winners. The Foundation gathered all the gifts and prizes for the teachers, as well as secured the cash prizes. Let's give them another round of applause for their thanks. Okay, teachers, when we call your name, please stand up, come forward, and accept your check. Then please find your spot on the stage in one of those chairs. But first, we'd like to ask Foundation Board President Fred Lowry to say a few words. As we have said before, the Canyons Education Foundation is the co-sponsor of the Teacher of the Year program. Fred.
Thank you, Jeff. This isn't the right time for me to speak because everyone wants to know who the Teacher of the Year awards are. But I need to make this real brief, but I want to tell you what the Canyons Education Foundation does and why we do it. This is a privilege for us to be here tonight, and it's just 3 of us that are here that really represent over 30 board members that are civic leaders, business leaders in the community that care about the Canyon School District. And with that, we hear you, and it's an honor to be here tonight to see all these teachers and to hear about over 4,000 nominations is overwhelming and amazing. And what is so amazing about what you do is it's every day you make an impact on so many lives, and we pay tribute to all of you. And what we do as a foundation, our whole mission is to enhance the educational experience of the students here in the Canyons School District. And the way that we can only enhance that is to help provide support to you as teachers and to the students. And so how we do that is we have those innovation grants that many of you have applied for. We've given out over $1 million in innovation grants over the years as a foundation. And how that happens is because we have great support in the community and businesses that help support. That also helps you to help enhance that education for these wonderful students. We also know that if the student their basic needs aren't taken care of, they're not in a condition to learn. We have a resource closet where we're able to help provide clothing and backpacks and other needs that they have. Many of you teachers know of the backpacks of food that go home on weekends. Many of you know about the 2,000 homeless students that we have here in the school district. you're making an impact in helping them be able to achieve their goals. And I'm touched by how many of the best teachers we have that were announced tonight. So thank you for all that you do. And as we will continue to support the school district, we have great goals as a foundation, and we look forward to continuing to support you. So congratulations to every one of you teachers.
Thank you, Fred, and thanks to the Canyons Education Foundation and the sponsorship of the Teacher of the Year program. So now for the big news.
Oh, get the honors. Okay. The first finalist for the Canyons District Teacher of the Year Award is our Elementary Teacher of the Year. This teacher moved to Utah from Mexico to teach in our dual language immersion program. Has taken English lessons on her own time so she can communicate better with families of her students. Provides students with an extremely high rate of positive feedback, both verbal and nonverbal. Loves being a part of her Midvale elementary community. Welcome to the stage, Lucia de la Cruz Rodriguez from Midvale Elementary.
Okay, Lucia, if you would come find a seat on the stage. Yeah. So if you want to take the stuff that we give to them, they'll grab it a little bit later, but thank you so much for grabbing them for the photographs. The next announcement is our selection for the Canyons District Middle School Teacher of the Year. This teacher has clearly built positive relationships with students who say her class is a safe learning environment. She dedicates herself to overseeing school awards programs, musicals, and extracurricular activities such as Girls on the Run. She loves teaching all about Utah history, and she loves her Albion Middle Knights. Ladies and gentlemen, the Canyons District Middle School Teacher of the Year, Albion Middle School's Lauren Nielsen.
All right, our third finalist is our selection for the High School Teacher of the Year. This teacher recognizes that students at his school have life experiences that will help them earn missing credit toward graduation, positively re-engages students who are discouraged when they don't know the answer, is brainstorming ways to get some of his students on Utah's ski slopes to help them gain confidence, and is the very first teacher from his school to be recognized as a finalist for the Teacher of the Year. Welcome to the stage, Canyons High School's Teacher of the Year, Diamond Ridge, Alistair Wright.
Now for the main event. This is what we are here for. In front of you is the teacher who will represent Canyons District in the state and hopefully national competition for Teacher of the Year.
Our overall winner, who will receive gifts and prizes as well as an extra $500 from the Canyons Education Foundation, is known for the following: has top-tier classroom management skills, provides a constant stream of positive feedback to her students. Colleagues say her influence on the school is sin igual. Es la primera en la historia del Distro Cañones como una maestra del DLI para ser la maestra del año en general. Midville Elementary's Lucia de la Cruz Rodriguez, Canyons District's Teacher of the Year. Okay, so Lucia, would you come over here and stand with us? Lucia. Please turn your attention to the screen for more on the 2025 Canyons District Teacher of the Year, Lucia de la Cruz Rodriguez.
Lucia has always been amazing, and she doesn't feel like she is, but she is. But through the years that I've known her, I have noticed that she silently goes about sharing what she does with others. And so a lot of it is just her example and how she's working with the kids, or she'll just quietly mention in a meeting, oh, well, this is something that I've done that works well, but she never likes to bring attention to herself.
I truly believe that we are a team, but we are all very different. And all of those differences that we have is what it makes everything more exciting. And I'm always studying the first months of the year, like the first 2 months, and kind of like creating those connections with them, because we are human. We all have backgrounds. And so by doing that, I'm trying to understand them, because I want to provide them the teaching in the way that they need it.
It's so great at engaging all the students, and even though I don't speak Spanish, when I go into her classroom, I feel like I totally can, just because she's so great at getting scaffolds and supports and gestures and everything so that you know exactly what's happening, even if you can't understand the language.
The best way that I found to improve myself, to improve my skills, to improve as a professional, to improve as a teacher, is by paying attention to my students. I love doing that. I think when I pay attention to them, they have so many things to say, and not just in a verbal way. So I'm trying to observe them. I'm trying to pay attention to them, and then I'm like, okay, this is my chance. This is my opportunity to do this better and to grow. And honestly, every year I'm learning something different, and I am doing some things better.
Every student in her classroom has a job, and so they all feel like they have that responsibility. And she's always so positive. She's handing out positive incentives and tokens and rewards. But her kids almost don't even need that, because they are working just to please her and just to get that positive feedback from her. They just want to be in her class, and they love learning with her.
At the end, they are not going to remember our names, but my goal is just trying to make sure that at the end, if they have that moment that they are looking back to their elementary school time, so maybe I can create a good memory for them.
Our Teacher of the Year, Lucia de la Cruz Rodriguez. Members of the Board of Education, Dr. Robbins, Dr. Robinson, Mr. Wilcox, will you please come to the stage so we can get a photo with our finalists and our Teacher of the Year. A Midville City Councilman,
Bryant, are you here? Brian, he came tonight to celebrate with Lucia. He left the Midvale City Council meeting to come and celebrate one of his teachers being the Teacher of the Year. So come on forward, get pictures with our Canyons District Teacher of the Year. Thank you to everyone for coming tonight. We will stop and we will get these photographs, capture this historic moment of our very first DLI teacher to be a Canyons District Teacher of the Year. Again, thank you so much for coming, and congratulations to Maestra de la Cruz Rodriguez. Thank you for coming. Our Canyons teachers rock.